We are back and we are on chapter 9 of the Liar Society. Chapter 9, Weatherby. When assembly is over, the meeting room feels like a funeral for Hardall. My chest aches like someone opened my heart and took a piece out, that we're not going on this trip. I'm going to share Heart Isle with Dad, and I might never find out what changed him. In the lab, the tables have been cleared, school is over, and I take my bag and I stop in Butler House to check my messages in the phone booth for the first time because I'm sure Mom called me. The line is even longer than usual. Almost the entire fourth form is waiting to use a phone or huddled in small groups talking and trying to make sense of the fact that the most important Boston school tradition has been canceled for us. I don't see Teddy or Iris anywhere. Whenever the line starts to move, I notice a warm, buttery smell coming from outside the dining hall, and I spot a square table covered in Boston embroidered linens. There's not usually an entire meal at this time of day, but right now there are thermoses stamped with the hunter green school crest full of hot tomato soup for us to take home, along with a silver tray of grilled ham and cheese sandwiches that are wrapped and ready to go. Comfort food, I think, but still, this is over the top, and of course there's a poem written in flawless calligraphy. When I wish a dish of ham. From The World is Round by Gertrude Stein. I glance up at the bronze-framed message board fixed to the wall. The white numbers and letters change every few seconds as extensions appear and disappear like an old-fashioned alarm clock. When it's almost my turn, I take the gold coin Dr. Peerview gave me from my blazer pocket and find my extension. And the school motto, Non Sibi, is on the front underneath the picture of the founder, Peabody Boston. On the back of the coin, there's a Georgian building that looks like Butler House with the words The Boston School, founded in 1878, in truth and tradition. And when it's finally my turn to use the phone, I slide my coin into the slot, turn the heavy lock, and pull on the handle. Inside the booth is smaller than I expected, and when I sit down on the built-in bench, the door slams behind me with a loud thud. I take my coin and pick up the gold receiver, and I put my finger in the hole between the number 3, and I pull it all the way around and let go, just like the how to use a rotary phone video I watched too many times. I dial the next 3 numbers and then enter my PIN. You have one new message, a birdsong British voice says in my ear, and then I hear Mom. My body relaxes and loosens up. Hi, honey. A loud car horn blares in the distance. I'm sure you've heard by now about your trip. I'm so sorry that this is happening. I'm dealing with an unexpected work crisis. I'm going to be late to pick you up. Can you start your homework in the library? I hate to do this to you. I know that you have practice today. She hesitates. I'll be there to get you as soon as I can. Just let me know you got this message, and I'll see you soon. We'll talk about everything at dinner. I love you. I love you too, I think. I know Mom wouldn't ask if it weren't important, and she didn't really need the extra time. When I walk outside, heading for the library, Teddy is standing alone in the courtyard with bright red eyes and a splotchy face, and her hair is frazzled. Long golden pieces zigzagging in every direction. There's mascara running down her cheeks. Somehow she still looks pretty and put together. As soon as Teddy sees me, she blows a sigh. This is so not fair. I can't believe that we're not going to Heart Isle. I know, I say, and my eyes start to sting again. Teddy covers her face with her hands and pushes back another round of tears before she groans loudly and looks back up at me. I'm fine. I mean, I'm obviously not, but I'll live or whatever. They'll find the money eventually and then we'll go. I want to ask Teddy what she means if by they'll find the money, because Dr. Fairview said something like that too, as if the money is sitting in a jar or treasure chest waiting to be found, which makes no sense to me because someone stole it and they're going to use it. What are you up to now? She asks. I drag a hand through my hair and then twirl a piece around my finger. My mom's going to be super late because of work, and I'm headed to the library. No veto. Teddy shakes her head. You can't. Friends don't let friends feel sad alone. You're coming with me. I swallow hard. I really don't want to stay here by myself. And now I don't have to. Even though my first 2 days at this new school have been hard and strange, I don't feel alone anymore. I have a friend, and that makes everything better. I always go to the club on Tuesdays after school, Teddy explains. I can't think of what she could be talking about other than a school club, maybe French or chess. It seems weird for me to go to that. Which club? I ask. Cape Rock Polo. That's my family's country club. There's tennis and golf and obviously polo, and we have dinner there. A country club? I repeat and glance down at my outfit, suddenly wishing my Mary Janes weren't so scuffed. You're sure I can come? I'll be. She rolls her eyes. Iris will be there too, unless her mom is in court, and Harper usually goes with her. Wait, where do you live? My throat gets sandpaper dry. Lakeview Woods. I wait for a flicker of sympathy to cross her face when she realizes I live in a condo on the other side of town. But instead, Teddy perks up and says, Oh, great, that's super close. I was asking because Harper lives far away, like 45 minutes, so her aunt always picks her up. But my mom can probably just drive you home after. Awesome, I say, thanks. Teddy glances over the line of fancy cars pulling up to the circle. Let's go, she says, and I follow her over to a big gray Navy SUV. Her mom is in the driver's seat. She has blonde and shiny everything. Mom, this is my friend Weatherby from sailing. Teddy says, is it okay if she comes with us? Can, can you give her a ride home after we're done with tennis? She lives by Lakeview. Of course, Teddy's mom sounds happy, but she is one of those frozen faces that barely moves whenever she talks. So it's hard to tell what she's really thinking. Nice to meet you. You too, and thank you, I say, feeling excited and nervous at the same time as I climb into the back seat. Their car smells like new leather. Once I'm buckled in and we start driving, I text Mom, going with Teddy Covington to the Cape Rod Polo Club. Her mom will drive me home after. Mom writes back immediately, great, have fun. At a red light, Teddy's mom turns around to face us and says, girls, I'm so sorry about your trip. The news is devastating. Thanks, we say at the same time, and right now a little sympathy helps a lot. We take the windy back roads, driving past Colonial's painted almond ecru and reddish brown on vast land that used to be house farms and some that still is. Eventually, we reach a big navy blue sign that says Lowell Middlesex House at the Cape Rod Polo Club. A Berkeley landscaped creamy yellow clubhouse with white trim appears next to a sprawling golf course. Once we're inside, Teddy and I wait by a table with an enormous arrangement of swooping greenery while our mom checks us in. I tuck my hair behind my ears and pull on the hem of my dress, straightening myself out. I don't want to look like I'm a member here. I don't want to look like I'm not a member here. Big glass doors separate the quiet entry area from everything else, and inside the club is bustling with dads in khakis, tennis moms, and swim team kids. I know fancy places like this existed in our town, but I never thought that I would go to one. The gray-haired man in uniform at the front desk takes our coats, bags one at a time, placing them on velvet hangers, and hands us wood tags with numbers etched in foil so they can pick up our things when we leave. I tuck mine into my pocket. I'm not sure what happens if you lose your tag, but I don't want to find out. And then I follow Teddy's golden hair over to a quiet library just outside the dining room, and we sit in a carved table with four big Chesterfield chairs. And the lush leather hugs me. I never want to leave. A minute later, a waiter comes over to take our order, and Teddy greets him like a friend. Hey, Alden. So, hold on. Don't tell me. Alden pauses to think for a second. Seems like a chicken strips and fries kind of Tuesday. Teddy tilts her head at him. It's always a chicken strips and fries kind of Tuesday. But we need a double. Oh, and mott sticks. She turns to me. Onion rings too? I glance at the menu on the table in front of me, and there are no prices, and my chest tightens. I have money in my pencil case for emergencies, but I have no way to know if I have enough to pay for my half of the food that Teddy just ordered. Also, I don't think this counts as an emergency. I shake my head. I'm good. So no rings, Teddy says, but a frozen hot chocolate with whipped cream for me. My eyes stray out the window. I can't help but gawk at the beautiful horses trotting around a perfectly manicured polo field. I force my attention back inside just as Iris and Harper arrive. Iris plops down to my right, adjusting the collar on her dress, and Harper folds into the chair across from me, and instantly I can see that something about her is different. She's not shiny or put together like always. No earrings or bracelets, and all the color is drained from her face. This is an injustice. Iris crosses her arms. It's an ultimate take back. Harper stares at the floor. Everything's bad. Teddy covers her face with her hands and huffs out a sigh, and then she sits up again. A little taller this time. We have to go to Heart Isle. We will, Iris says. We're just going to have to wait until next year and come up with ways to raise the money. I was thinking that we can combine the funds from the fall outing and the grade formal, and plus we can host a real fundraiser, a silent auction like the adult donation stuff, and since apparently brownies won't be enough. Harper's forehead pinches. I heard a bunch of kids talking after assembly ended, and apparently someone stole hundreds of thousands of dollars. What? That's a lot of money. Iris' brows shoot up like she didn't know that it was that much either. Who would do this? Why would they steal from Boston? No clue, Teddy bites her lip, but it's a legit crime. Harper nods, eyes wide. Yeah, seriously, scary stuff. She pulls at her hair. I take a deep breath and force myself to ask the question that keeps running through my mind. If Boston owns Heart Isle, why do we even need money for this trip? Harper snorts out a laugh, and instantly my face flushes. Teddy says the money pays for the King's Game, which is this big competition between the halls. And the other things like the masquerade ball, the lawn tournament, also the helicopter. Helicopter? I repeat. Teddy nods like she was just explaining is all totally normal and expected on a middle school overnight trip, and everything about Boston is extravagant. A second later, Alden is back with 4 frozen hot chocolates, even though Teddy only ordered one. And the giant whipped cream swirls topped with shaved chocolate smells sugary sweet, and delicious. Unease stirs in my stomach, but I already decided that I can't. Next, she brings out French fries and chicken strips and mozzarella sticks with a fancy tray of dip sauces. Thank you, Teddy says to Alden. Then her clear blue eyes shift to meet mine. This is such a trauma. We're like bonded for life. Totes, Iris says. Nothing like crisis to bring everyone together. Harper smirks. How presidential of you, she says, biting into a mozzarella stick. Everyone digs in, except for me. These are the best. Teddy nudges the chicken strips towards me. I just didn't bring money, I say. Teddy raises an eyebrow. You don't need any money here. What? I frown confused. This is all free? Harper gives me a look that says, what's wrong with you? Teddy laughs. I don't even know. This club has weird rules. Just don't worry. It's covered. Teddy flips her thick blonde hair and looks down at her food. These are seriously good, Weatherby. You should try one. She inches the platter towards me again. Another rich person rule I don't understand. I pick up a country club chicken strip and I take a bite of crispy light breaded perfection. Whoa. Told you. Teddy smiles at me and pops a french fry into her mouth. And that's chapter 9.